Hello, I am Mariela Chingo, international pianist performer, co-founder of Stage Talent Academy, where we cover all ages from 4 and upwards, and also parent to 2 lovely children, mother to 2 lovely children. They've taken me on a journey, my children have, as well as my students, in helping them to practice, to practice the right way. And I realized that as the level of knowledge, what they had to do grew and grew and grew, it really helped giving them formula so then they could work it out by themselves. They didn't like being told, oh yeah, it's F sharp, C sharp, or you just do this finger like this. They wanted to know why. One of their favorite questions was, but why? Why must it be so? Why do we do this? Why do we use this finger? Why must we play it like this? And I appreciated that because it got me to come up with the answers. So the scale I wanted to cover today is chromatic scales. So we have major scales which sound quite happy. We have minor scales in all their 3 forms: natural, harmonic, and melodic. And then the children say, wow, there are so many. And I said, we're not finished, there's one more, which is the chromatic. This is one of my favorite scales. It's so easy to teach, it's so easy to play. You might say, why? I start with the key of D. That's a nice and easy one. It's easy because the children don't need to remember. It's neither happy, it's neither sad, it isn't anything, it just is. They don't need to remember which keys to press, if there's any sharps or flats or white keys or skipping any notes. You play absolutely everything there is. You don't leave anything out. So if I'm starting a chromatic scale on D, and I want to go as far as D, it means I have to press every single key from one D to the other, white and black. I don't leave any out. And back again. That's a chromatic scale. Right? It's so easy. And the next step is, once the children understand what a chromatic scale is explaining the fingering to them. For this scale, we only use 3 fingers. Ta-da! So you use finger 1 and 2 and 3. That's it. We don't use the 4 and the 5. We don't use the last 2. We just use thumb and these 2. Okay? The rule, the idea is that if you have a white key, you use your thumb. If you have a black key, we're going to use our middle finger for the black keys. So 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. And then for those special places where you have 2 white keys next to each other, then we're going to use 1 and 2. That's when the number 2 comes in. Otherwise it's 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. If you have 2 white keys, 1, 2, and then you will be back on a black key. That's it, that's the formula. And usually when I explain this to the children, they're like, well, that's it. And I'm saying, yes. And I said, but, oh, like this. And first thing they want to do is play and try. Encourage them to play slowly. So you would go from D, white, black. Then you have 2 white keys. So 1, 2, 3. And then white, black, white, black. So 1, 3, 1, 3. 2 white keys. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Formula doesn't change when you're coming back, but just remember now, because you're coming backwards, when you have the 2 white keys, it's not 1, 2, it's 2, 1, because you're coming backwards. So 1, 3, 2 white keys, 2, 1, and then 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2 white keys again, 2, 1. That's it. That is your chromatic scale. Exactly the same rule applies for the left hand, so there's nothing clever about it. As long as they remember that you are playing every single key, till you reach your other D or whatever note you started on, and then you can use only 3 fingers, easy peasy. Get the children to practice these hands separately, and you can do 1 octave, 2 octaves, 3 octaves, nice and easy, but start them off with 1. Now, one thing to watch out for when you are playing this is there's a tendency, for some reason, when you're going from a white key to a black key, to do this. And people think it looks nice. Okay, it might look nice, but really we don't want to be doing that. It's one thing if we're going slow and then you have the time and you can do this, but if you keep doing this over and over, you're going to get tired. Your hands are going to get tired. Really, we're trying to minimize the movement. You know, we're trying to make our playing effortless. It should be effortless. You shouldn't have to feel pain when you're playing the piano. It should feel like a breeze. It should, you know, if you're making something look really easy, that's a compliment to you as a player. Well done for making it look easy. It means you're using the correct techniques. Okay, so in this case, make sure that your thumb, because you're going to use the black keys, you don't want to go too far down the keys. I see a lot of children that they play right on the edge here, and then their wrists end up bending. This is all wrong, I'm afraid. The correct technique is fingers are in the middle, you know, so if you're having to reach a white key, you should be able to reach it. You shouldn't have to go from here and then travel a long way to get to the black key. Keep it right in the middle, right there. That's where your fingers should be placed. And that way you have the lovely curve of your fingers. So if you need to bring your thumb under, makes it nice and easy. If you're on the edge and you have to bring your thumb under, oh, tricky, much trickier. Then you get these, which in turn will make you tired. Then it's just a downward spiral from there. So first thing first, check your child's posture. Make sure they're sitting far enough away from the piano, their back is straight. Sometimes when they get nervous, they do this and they try to play like this. Get them to relax their shoulders, get them to put their shoulders down, yes. And just say, are your fingers in the middle? Yes, you're starting with the thumb and you got the next finger ready to play on top of the black key. Yes, nice around, and then they will be able to reach this. Yes. It's always when they got two white keys next to each other that the tendency to go down the keys creeps in again to do this. So try to remind them, if you are a parent, say, darling, remember, keep your fingers in the center, or ask them, where should you keep your fingers? Should you be coming down like that? They will give you the right answer themselves. Okay, that's all you do. And this becomes easy, whether it's hands separately or hands together, because the formula is the same, they will be able to do it. What are we looking for? We're looking for quality sound, not speed. Speed comes naturally. The better you get, then you will play faster and faster. But start with the quality. Make sure each note, each sound is the same, it's nice and smooth, same volume, same length, same tone as your previous sound. That's what we are looking for. I shouldn't have to tell, if I'm listening, I shouldn't be able to tell when they jumped from a black key to a white key when they did one of these. And if they're using the correct technique, it will all be smooth. Whereas if you're doing this, then some notes, of course, will be louder than others, or longer or shorter. Yes, so encourage right technique from the beginning, and then your chromatic scales are a piece of cake. And then when you get really good, you can play like this. Okay, thank you for watching. This was your chromatic scales from Mariella at Stage Talent.